else could they? I love their faces in this situation. What an odd thing happening right now. Have you guys ever heard of SCP-096? More specifically, I haven't. I have no idea. That's why I'm asking you guys. But SCP, Spaghetti Corporation Probation, that's absolutely not what it stands for. I forget what it stands for, but it's like scary cookie party. I don't know. Anyways, but you see this spooky thing right here, this real spookster, that guy? Yeah, I don't know what his deal is, but we're about to find out. SCP is like, I think it's like a series of different stories of just like creepy things. Creepy stories that I'm not interested in, but for some reason I'm still gonna put myself through it for your enjoyment. So I please hope you enjoy this video. Here we go. It looks like we're starting off in a maze. And there's, let me see if I can I play audio or is it gonna be weird spooky music? Oh, there's some crying going on right now. Interesting. Who's crying? Am I crying? I don't know. Okay. So he's saying let's go. Sorry guys, it's my nervous laugh right now. Let's go this way. Like I said, I don't know. Oh! Wow! Oh, okay, we can sprint. That was terrifying. I don't like that. I don't like that that's in Roblox. Are we okay? Is it, or did we awaken? Okay, it's getting real spooky. It was around this corner. Oh! Okay, what is that thing? I'm gonna come this way. I'm gonna come back this way actually. The audio's still okay. This is actually getting really loud. If that could just go away. Hello? Okay. Well, I'm dead. That got me pretty good. So we know where to go. We know we're supposed to go there, where we got killed. We're gonna try that again. We're gonna do attempt 2 now. Attempt number 2. Here we go. We got this. Hello, spooky man. So this is what we're saying. This is SCP-096. If you guys are interested in looking up potentially the story, that's actually something we could do. That's something we could do if we keep trying to get through this here maze. It's gonna be right there, isn't it? Crying. Oh, that guy's just standing right behind him. Gamer24633, you are a brave man. Okay, ready guys? I'm going to sprint right by this guy. And here we go. No! Just go around. It's okay. Don't worry about him. Oh no, I'm at the end of the maze. We gotta keep going. Someone had to do it. Oh no. Okay, and now I'm hitting dead ends in the maze. And it's doing the very, very spooky noises. Okay, it's okay. Oh, I don't know what it looks like over here. Is this where we started? Okay, I'm very deep into the maze now. Hello, dude, Starbud, or whatever your name is, Star-Lord. I'm gonna stay with you. You don't want to go over there. That's where the creepy thing is. I saw a light over here, though. I'm gonna come over here. What is that? Oh! No! I had no idea it was following me like that. I didn't know it was that close. Oh, what? Where did that happen? That was over there. Oh, I didn't even realize I could look above the maze like this. Wow, that makes things a lot simpler. So I don't want to go that way. I can go this way. Okay, nope, it's following that other guy now. That's just fantastic. I don't want to go that way. You can go this way, though. I just really want to see what's at the end of the maze. That's really all I'm interested in. Here. Oh no, am I going back to the thing? No, I'm still good. Okay, he's over there right now. Not worrying about him. I know it's really loud right now, guys, but there's nothing we can do. Okay, so don't go that way. So is there an end to the maze? Are we just forever doomed in this reality? Oh no. This isn't okay. This way? He's just time of his life. Who am I to say that he's not having a great time right now? Oh. Okay. Yep. Someone just died over there. Okay, that's just fantastic. Okay. So why don't we get a little bit more context in this game? How does that sound, guys? Okay. Let's do this. Let's up SCP-096. SCP-096, and this is under the SCP Foundation. Here we go. Let's get some of this going on. So, SCP, secure, contain, protect. So I guess that's just the whole idea of like one of these like creatures or stories, horror stories more specifically, and it's like people come up with these stories. Like anyone can come up with an SCP story, I'm pretty sure, and I guess this one is considered 096. SCP-096 is to be contained in its cell, a 5x5x5 airtight steel cube at all times. Weekly checks for any cracks or holes are mandatory. There are to be absolutely no video surveillance or optical tools of any kind inside SCP-096's cell. Security personnel will use pre-installed pressure sensors and laser detectors to ensure its presence inside the cell. Interesting. So you can't like do any sort of any and all photos, videos, or recordings of SCP-096's likeliness are strictly forbidden without approval from Dr. Who? What does that say there? Dr. What? That doesn't say. Interesting. So just to get some context, what we're running from in this Roblox game mode is well, if you guys want to look at the actual pictures, well, it's saying that its jaw can open to 4 times the norm of an average human, measures approximately 2.4 meters in height, and the subject shows very little muscle mass with preliminary analysis of body mass suggesting mild malnutrition. So, like we saw, it's this really weird, skinny creature, and it can have a speed of up to varied from 35 kilometers an hour to, and then it's actually blocked right there, so we don't know. Okay, so it seems like a very dangerous creature. I would like to know like where it came from. That'd be cool to know like the history of it, but I guess we'll never know. If we go back to here, that is it looks like that's the actual body, like holding its head like this. Very interesting. For those of you who are actually interested in this kind of stuff, because it is pretty cool, like all these stories that people come up with, and then it actually, like, people can make things out of it. Like, say, for example, someone made a Roblox game out of a story that someone came up just because they were having some fun. They wanted to write a creepy story. SCP-096. Why don't we go back in now with a little bit more context? This thing, you can't look at it. You can't even have video surveillance. You can't even look at it on like a monitor. It's right there. That is so creepy. And I'm actually the only, oh, gross. And it's crying as well. I don't know why it's crying. I am the only person in this server, which is a lot spookier than it used to be. He's just standing there right now. I wonder, okay, can I like sneak up behind him? He's not, okay, never mind, he's not standing anymore. So creepy that, I mean, the fact that he's crying, I wonder, what if he's trapped inside that body? What if he doesn't want to be all spooky like? I'm just throwing ideas out there, guys. I don't think there's an actual end to this maze. How close can we come to this guy? I'm a little interested. Okay, guys, here we go. We're about to do something crazy. Okay, here we go. Real close. Little nudge at a time. We should have the flashlight. Oh. I turned off the flashlight, and he stood up. Okay, never mind, he saw me. Who's screaming? Am I screaming or is the thingy screaming? Flashlight out? Oh, he's running. Okay, he got me. And there it is, folks. That is the very weird. Oh, and then this girl just jumped on top of him. Oh wow, they just don't care at all. They don't care that it's just sitting right there. So if you don't shine, that was weird. Whenever I took my flashlight off of it was whenever it stood up. But if you shine a flashlight on it, it's like that's when he's crying. I don't know. Maybe he's just crying all the time. How you doing, man? Hey, how's it going? I'm just going to assume, okay, so he really doesn't like that. You can really come right up to this guy, can't you? Man, that jaw's opening real wide, too. So it's like whoever awoke him, he then starts going crazy, and then he tries to kill you. I'm not too sure how closely that follows the actual story. Wow, they really couldn't care any less, could they? I love their faces in this situation. What an odd thing happening right now. When do you ever see this? And now, look, any second, he's going to start running. And of course it goes for me, of all the... I came out of the bathroom. Dad, no. What is she on about? So now he's going to be going for her, I'm assuming? Or for her? They don't even care. I'm just going to sit back and watch. I wish I had some popcorn right now. That's what I need. Oh, there you go. And then, and then triggered again. He just keeps going. Oh, this is just like... Just has a little hamster face just looking at him. They just don't care. Oh, this is funny. Take me to the hospital. Man, I don't think the hospital's where we need to go right now. We need to go far. Wow. We need to go far away from here. That's what we need to do. I'm kind of done with the super loud music. Okay, well, very interesting. I think the character that was remade in Roblox, it was very well made. Whoever was the one that actually did it, I don't know if it was this dev right here or if they just used it in their game mode, but I think what would be especially good is if there was like a little bit more to the actual game mode itself rather than just being in a maze with no ending, kind of giving some sort of objective. That would be super cool. Then again, it is just a demonstration. It's their SCP-096 demonstration, so very cool. Be careful, when you look at his face, there's no going back. So that's why, in the other thing that we saw, this right here, it specifically said, and any and all photos, video, or recordings are strictly forbidden. They're strictly forbidden, because you can't look at his face. And it even shows right here, don't look at the face. That one, that right there, don't look at the face. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. I hope it didn't creep you out too much. These are all just stories. Don't worry about it. But if you want to look into it yourself, it's just SCP. Look up SCP on Google, and then you can see all the different stories people wrote. I think you can write your own. I don't know how easy it is to get like an actual SCP story out there, or if you need to submit it and get approval or something. I have no idea. I'm not the first person to talk to about this. But anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this episode of Roblox Adventures. If you did, please do remember to leave it a like. Maybe even subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Don't forget to check out the Sir Meowscalot plushie. You can get him at DennisDaily.com, or there's a link in the description below. He is the cutest, most fluffiest, just wonderful thing in the whole wide world. Love him so much. And, yeah, other than that, though, guys, I will see you in the next one.